this is Voice of a Creative, and today I'm here to talk to you about my Japan sewing plans. Now, I wouldn't normally plan what I'm going to be making, but we are going this summer, and since the summer holidays is about 5 weeks away, I thought I had ought to plan in some capacity, because otherwise I might not get anything done. So we're going to Japan, and this has been a holiday that we've been waiting for years, and we're both really excited to go. But the one problem is for me is that we haven't been on a sun holiday in about 5 years, and that means a lot of my clothes are for English kind of cold weather, and I don't really have many things to wear in a really hot climate. So it's 30 degrees and it's really humid there, so it means I do need to make quite a few things, so I even have any clothes to take, because I really don't have that many things that I can even take with me at this point. And I did go shopping to try and find some things, but I really don't think things in shops fit me properly, or they feel uncomfortable, or you end up paying like a lot of money for something that actually, even if you bought really expensive fabric, would still be cheaper if you sewed it yourself. So I've set myself a bit of a challenge. Now, I really do want to sew all of the things. I don't know how much of it I'm going to get done, but I'm going to really give it a good go, because I really want to wear me-made clothes on this amazing holiday. So let me just start with what I'm wearing today. Now, this is actually one of the items I will be able to take with me. It's just a jersey dress. It's got a gathered top and a gathered skirt, and it's from my own pattern that I made. It is quite a high neck, and in this white and purple kind of striped paisley pattern jersey. And this is a dress that I have had for a long time, but it's really good to wear on holidays. I did actually wear this on the last sun holiday that I went off, so that's how long I've had it. Now, I did do some research into clothing for Japan, and so I've got a few criteria that I need to meet for the clothes that I'm making. So firstly, it's going to be 30 degrees and also humid. So that means that a lot of the fibres that I need to be using are, well, they need to be natural fibres. So that means I kind of have to go for cotton or rayon or viscose fabrics. That means I might need to buy some fabric, or I might have enough things that I've already got. There was some advice not to show your shoulders too much, but I kind of feel like if I stick with this kind of thing, it comes like to my shoulder bone. That's actually not too revealing. And then if I do go into any shrines or temples, I will have a cover up with me to kind of put over my shoulders, so I'm respecting that as well. So firstly, the shoes I've got to wear. Now, I went to Clark's and I bought a pair of sandals, and I went for a pair that actually I would be able to walk about in, but also would be cool, but would also fit my feet. My feet are quite wide, and so I wanted ones that would actually go with that. So it means anything I make has to go with these shoes. This is the ones that I've gone for. So they've got Velcro at the front and Velcro at the strap as well, and they are really squidgy on the base. I really like them. I don't love them because I'm not really sure about sandals. I'm not really a sandals person, but they are so comfortable. And I'm going to be walking around a lot. It's going to be hot. I don't want to have to be worrying about my feet during the day. So actually, this is why I've gone for these. So it means anything I make has to go in some way with these shoes. I will be taking some other shoes with me as well, but I think for walking around during the day, I will be probably wearing these. When I started to think about what I wanted to wear in Japan, I'm thinking about kind of more loose fitting things, or things that are really easy to wear, like elasticated weights, or really simple jersey things, not things with too much gathered fabric and things like that. As I was starting to plan what I was going to make, I discovered MyBodyModel. Now, this is a new company that has been set up, and they have designed an app which basically allows you to input your measurements, and it then comes out with this little crocus, so a little fashion crocus, as a little version of you, an outline, which you can then draw different designs onto. And for this kind of thing, planning something to wear on holiday, it's really useful to use. I've drawn all of my little outfits that I want to make. So I will put a little picture of these next to me so you can see each one. But it was really fun for me to design this, and it was perfect for me to design a collection that I could take on holiday with me. And it also helped me identify what worked well for my body, because sometimes I drew some lines and I was like, oh my god, if I make that, it's going to look terrible. So that was really helpful as well. Okay, so on to the patterns and fabrics that I've chosen. The first ones I'm going to talk you through are ones for tops and things like that. So I got this fabric ages ago, so I'm not entirely sure what it is actually. It feels like a viscose fabric or just very fine cotton, and it's black with these little kind of pastel heart-ish shapes, and then it's got a border to it as well. So I've got a couple of meters of this fabric, and I was going to use it to make some kind of floaty trousers, and I might still do that, but I think it would be perfect to make a kind of very loose fitting shirt with it. So the pattern I'm thinking about is this one. This is the Butterick B5997, and it is just a little loose fitting shirt, and I got this one free from a magazine as well. So it was a free pattern. I thought it was worth giving it a try. So I'm going to give this pattern a try in this fabric. And I am going to go for version B here, but I'm going to make the sleeves a lot shorter. So I should have gathers here and the little collar, and then it should just flow downwards. So I'm going to make that and see how it goes. This might be one of my last makes that I choose because it's a pattern I haven't made before. So that means it might be a little bit more complicated, and actually if I'm going to spend 4 hours making something, I'd rather make something that I know is going to turn out well, like the vintage shirt dress by Sew Over It. So I'm not so sure, but this is on my list to make. The next fabric is this one, and I've showed you this before. So I got this from Sewisfaction, and it's a plain 95% cotton jersey. So that would be really nice and cool for me to wear, and it will go with any patterned kind of shorts or anything that I've got or that I will make. So that one's going to become just a vest top or a t-shirt, something quite simple and something quite easy. Hopefully it will take me about an hour to sew something like that together. The next one is this one. So I showed you this. So this is an art gallery fabric. It's a really beautiful fabric and really patterned. And again, this will be a vest top or a t-shirt to wear. I'm hoping to make some plain shorts, which I'll talk to you about in just a minute. And this will be really lovely to go with that as well. And I've been waiting to use it because I really love this fabric. The next one is this one. So this is another white based with little patterns. I've showed you this one as well, but again, another vest top or a t-shirt, another cotton. So I'll just have a collection of cotton t-shirts that I will just be able to put on, and I'm going to make them quite loose at the sleeves, so that actually I will have quite a lot of air kind of circulating, and they will be really comfortable, and it will just be really easy. Pair of shorts or pair of kind of cropped trousers, t-shirt, really easy to put on, and it means that this will go with a lot of things as well, and I will be able to wear them when I come back, which is really important. There's nothing worse than making something for just wearing it once. I want to be able to wear something that I've made lots and lots of times, because then it's worth the time I put into it as well. The next one is this. You will have seen this in one of my previous videos, this fabric. This is a fabric that I rebought. So I bought this a couple of years ago and made things out of it, and they've got a bit faded since because I've worn them so much, and so I've rebought this fabric. So it's likely this will become a top as well. It's a slightly different colour palette, so it might not quite go with the things I'm making, but I think it does go with navy, and so actually it will suit what I'm doing. And the last fabric that I've got for making tops is this one. And this is another art gallery fabric with these lovely little arrow details in this lovely blue, and again that's going to be a simple t-shirt or a vest top. Now I don't have a t-shirt or vest top pattern, I do have one that I've drafted myself, which does often come out quite well, but I am on the lookout for a simple t-shirt pattern, and I've seen a few that I'm interested in, so I'm just kind of keeping my options open, and then I'll wait to choose which one that I want. I have got this pattern, which is the silk cami by Sew Over It, and I am considering making this and see if I can do it out of a cotton, because actually I would be able to wear this then. So I am considering making that one, but I'm not 100% sure because I haven't made it before. Again, it's like a toss-up between, do I make something I've made loads of times and know works and know I can make in about an hour or so, or do I make something a little bit more complicated but I'm actually developing my skills? And it's one of those decisions that actually I might have to go for the things I've made before, because I simply don't have the time. I've only got about 5 weeks, so I'll make that decision later on. Another one that I will probably make another one of is this one. I've showed you this every video, I think. And I will be making another one of these as like t-shirts to wear to like the airport and things. So it does sometimes get quite cold on the plane, and it's a 12-hour flight. So I'm going to be wearing kind of layers, so like a vest top, a jumper, maybe a hoodie or a jacket over the top of that. So then I can take things off or put them on again, depending on how warm I am on the flight as well. The next dress, which I do really want to make, but it is going to be quite complicated because it's going to mean that I'm going to have to draft a pattern for it, is an envelope dress. Now on YouTube I watch a channel called And So On, and it's Lisa Kitsch, and she showed this beautiful stripy jersey dress that was kind of attached at the top but kind of flowed down here, and she wore it with a belt or a tie around it. And I absolutely love that, and I thought it would be a really lovely dress to make. So I've got some fabric. So this is just this really lovely cranberry cotton jersey, and this is from Girl Charlie. And I am going to hopefully make that into an envelope dress, and I will post a picture of the sketch because I don't have the pattern for it, and I really hope that turns out well, because I can just imagine that it would be so cool to wear something like that. And I can put a tie around it, or I can have a looser tie depending on how hot it is. So that's what I'm going to make that cranberry fabric into. So now I've got my woven cottons that I am going to use. Now I've got a few of these and I've kind of pulled them out. I've been collecting them for a while, not necessarily knowing what I'm going to make them into, and I'm definitely not planning to sew all of these into things. I do already have one vintage shirt dress to take with me, and I am going to sew a few more of them. So I'm going to make the short sleeved version, and I actually have already cut one of these out, and I've cut it out of this fabric. Okay, so the vintage shirt dress from Sew Over It, the kind of sleeveless version, and it's in this lovely 100% cotton green backing, which I got from Fabricland, and it was really reasonable. I think this is about £5 a metre, and I bought about 3 metres of it, so I still have quite a chunk left, and I've already cut it out, so I might even be able to squeeze like a shirt kind of top out of this as well. But really lovely, with really ditzy little flowers, and I think that would be really cool to wear as well. The next one is this fabric. Now this is actually what's left of my bridesmaid dress fabric. So I made my bridesmaid dresses for my wedding, as I've mentioned before, and this is the fabric that I used. It's an 100% cotton. It's a beautiful fabric, really soft cotton lawn. It would be really lovely if I could make something for myself out of it as well, because every time I look at this fabric I think back to the wedding. I just think that's a really lovely memory to have when wearing an item of clothing. So I'm going to see how much I have left of this, and according to how much I have left is what I will make out of it, basically. The next one is this one. So this beautiful teal and navy little flower print, again from Fabricland. Really beautiful fabric, really vibrant, and I think this would make a really beautiful kind of summer cool dress. So that one. Then I've got this denim look pattern fabric. Now I'm not sure if this is a cotton chalice or a chambray. I bought two and I'm not sure which way round they were. But yeah, really lovely flowy fabric. It's quite fine and thin, but I think that would be perfect for keeping me nice and cool. So that's that one. Two more. I've got this, which I absolutely love. I saw this and I had to buy the rest of the roll of it. So I had what was left on the roll. So it's this denim look, and it's got these little roses on, so I love the floral kind of element of it. I'm not sure if I'm going to make something quickly out of this, because I really love this fabric. So I don't know if I just want to like make something out of it and that be done, or I want to make something that's a bit more challenging, or something that I'm going to like wear a lot, or something like that. So I'm not entirely sure that I'll make something for Japan out of this, but it's a really lovely fabric, and it is like a cotton fabric. So basically I need to just make that decision whether I've got time to make anything out of it. The last one is this one. So this is quite a thick fabric with this grey kind of vintage style pattern. Again, I might not make anything out of this one because it's not very bright. I intended to make something with this for school, and actually not to wear like on the weekends or something like that, because it's slightly duller. But I'm not sure, you know, if the inspiration strikes, anything could happen. So there's that one as well. So those are the cottons that I have, and these are the patterns that I might make with those cottons. First of all is this one. So this is the vintage shirt dress. I have made one of these before, but with sleeves. So I'm going to try the sleeveless version and see how that works out, and hopefully I'll be able to make maybe 2 of those before we go. The first time I made it, it did take about 7 hours. So I'm not sure how many I'll get done, and if I can make loads of jersey dresses, then I might kind of choose that rather than making 2 shirt dresses. But I need to kind of work out and just decide. So that is the first one. The next is this one, so the Nina Lee Kew Dress. Now, before I've made this version, and I did attempt the version with sleeves, but it went terribly wrong. And I don't know if that's something that I did wrong or if it was the pattern, but now I know to expect it to gape quite a lot here on that pattern. I know what to do about it, and I'm going to make just an adjustment, so putting kind of a dark piece in here in the actual pattern piece, and then adjusting that on the fabric to make it right. One thing I would say is the middle version, so the strapped version, has darts at the sides and below, whereas the strapped version has gathers here, and I actually think that the 2 darts worked much better on me. So I'm going to see if I can add the wider strap onto the kind of version that has the 2 lots of darts, and see how that works. But again, that's something that's going to take quite a lot of effort and time, and I'm not sure if I have it. So I don't know what I'm going to do. One thing that I know I am going to get done, because they are so easy to make and so quick to sew up, is another Blackwood cardigan by Helens Closet. I've made, this will be the 4th one that I'm going to make, and I'm going to make it out of this cotton jersey, which I got from my local fabric shop. It's really thin, and that's going to be perfect to just put on if there is a breeze, or if I am going into a shrine or a temple. I'm just going to slip this on. I will be finding another fine jersey like this to make, like a navy or maybe a grey one to go with my wardrobe. But hopefully a lot of the colours I've kind of shown you, this should go with. So actually I'm hoping that it will be fine. And it is really stretchy, but I think I can make the adaptations to that Blackwood cardigan so that I can make that. So that one's a definite. I'm definitely going to be making this into a Blackwood cardigan. Definitely. My last ones are actually to make some shorts or cropped trousers. Now these are probably the most important ones. On the whole, if I want to go out and buy some plain vest tops, or I have got some plain vest tops in my drawer already, I can just easily kind of go and get those. Actually, a stretchy vest top, there's very kind of little to it. I would be able to sew them really quickly, or I would be able to buy them because they do fit me from the shops. So I'm going to start with these first of all, and that is some shorts and crop trousers. Now I have got this stretch cotton, and this is one that I bought from Fabricland, and it was one that I'm going to make some ultimate trousers out of. However, it's a cotton, So again, it's going to be really breathable, and I might make some cropped versions. That would be really lovely. And I have made like a fake version out of it already, and they fitted really well, so that shouldn't be too hard to sew up. They didn't take very long, so that's what I've got this fabric for. The other one I'm going to use is the True Bias Hudson pants. Now, this is a pattern I'm going to make some trousers to wear on the aeroplane that I've already actually made them. They're downstairs, and they're just some comfy jogging trousers to wear on the airplane because, as I said, it's a 12-hour flight and I can't be wearing anything that's really tight on my legs, so I've made these to wear. But I'm also going to try making the cropped version. So if you see the view here, it's a slightly cropped version. I might leave off the cuff, or I might add the cuff. I'm undecided about that yet, but I don't have any fabric for this yet. I do have some fabrics coming that I will show you in my next fabric haul video, but I might have to go out and buy something for these, just some plain cotton jerseys that I can add elastic to the waist. And I'm thinking maybe like a denim type colour, so I haven't decided on that yet, but hopefully I will get those because these are really easy to make. They sew up really quickly and actually look really nice. So I'll be wearing, definitely think I'll be wearing some of these. So that's another priority make. The other pattern I have is this one, and I found this in my drawer. It's the McCalls M7098, and this is a trouser and short pattern, and it is for cotton fabrics, but I don't think it would be too much for me to swap it to a jersey or to just add an elastic or make the waistband a little bit wider to add an elastic in. So I haven't made this before, but actually if those two don't work out, I've got this one. It's got a shorts, like a longer short version that I could give it a try, and I do get on with McCall's patterns, so actually on the whole that one might work out quite well. So that is all of my plans. How many of those I'm going to get done is another thing. I think I'm definitely going to make a couple more dresses like this because I can make these really quickly, and I do have fabric for these that are in my stash if I wanted to make some of these. I will be making at least 2 pairs of shorts or cropped trousers and hopefully a few more tops. If I can get on to using the cottons to make a shirt dress or a lovely dress that I can wear, I will be doing that as well. But because those take a little bit longer, what with the buttonholes and the collars, they are kind of lower on my list. And if I have time, like a weekend or something, I will give those a try. But at the end of the day, I need clothes to wear on holiday, and whether it's things that I've made quickly or take a bit longer, I just have to make that decision during that time. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you liked this video, please click the thumbs up below and subscribe if you want to hear more from me. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye!